Welcome to Toffee TV. This is the match preview, Huddersfield Town versus Everton. This video is sponsored by OneFootball app. OneFootball's app makes it easier to find scores, stats and all the latest news in one place. To download the OneFootball app, click the link in the description. Huddersfield away, Baz. Yeah, it's 3 points or I don't know what is really for me this. As far as I'm concerned,
yeah,
because
can't be anything less than 3 points. Really, from an Everton perspective, it can't be. And I know, we've got Huddersfield fans watching. They'll probably be thinking, it's a bit arrogant. I'm not being arrogant. It's a need.
No, it's not. I'm not saying we will win. I'm saying we have to win.
We have to win because at the moment, it's just spiralling.
I mean, they're sick. They didn't play the weekend. They obviously played last Sunday. They got beat by Man City 3-0. Before that, they drew 0-0 with Cardiff. They were beaten by Bristol City 1-0 in the FA Cup. Were beaten at home by Burnley 2-1. Were beaten away at Fulham 1-0, and it got beat at Man United 3-1. So they were beaten there by Fulham, Burnley, two of their rivals, and only drew with Cardiff away. They've only won a couple of games.
Two, isn't it?
Games they've won.
Bottom on 11 points.
They're bottom. Obviously got a new manager, Martin from Huddersfield. Wakefield has come in to give them the bounce.
It's Jan.
But I mean, listen, Everton have got to go into this game, and I've got to start fighting. And I've said this every week for about the last 4 or 5 weeks. But after Saturday's result, if these players, whoever they are, because there might be changes, but if these players don't start fighting for the shirt and for the fans, because that is all that we have left now for the rest of the season.
It's gone and the season's over, effectively, isn't it?
These players have got to start fighting and showing that they're capable of just getting results, because it's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. And the next 2 or 3 games, it's a mixed bag, obviously, but it starts with this one, and if we don't go there and show fight, determination, then I'm sorry, there'll be even more question marks about everyone at the club.
Yeah, Saturday was horrendous, and we expected some kind of. We spoke last week about what we needed to do there. Wasn't rocket science what you needed to do at Millwall. Would have been help if he'd played the 3 centre backs like we told him to, but it proved what we said. We weren't up for the fight. All they had at the weekend, and they were very limited, was they didn't create a single chance.
No,
they just got free kicks and put us under pressure, and we couldn't live up to it. And it's embarrassing because it was basic football and very good from their perspective, but from a Premier League team who spent money's perspective, it was embarrassing. Get caught once, yeah. Get caught twice, that's sloppy. But to get done 3 times off the same goal is embarrassing, and we're an embarrassment at the moment. And we have to come out fighting in this game. And I don't mean swinging fists at people. I mean we have to come out showing Huddersfield that we're better than them, because we are. The league table tells you that. And these players, I was looking this morning through some stuff, and one of the things showed an after-match quote from Jurgen Klopp after the derby, saying, "I said to Marco Silva, you've done an unbelievable job. This team is going places. It's a great team. What he's done is unbelievable. You can see how strong they are." You're talking 7 weeks ago, that 7 weeks later, we look like we should be in the bottom 3. We're embarrassing, and it's largely the same group of players, and
maybe that's the problem.
That probably is the problem. So. Yeah, but on Saturday, Fad, we gave a couple of people. Dominic Calvert-Lewin came in. There's a big furore on Twitter. A couple of people thinking they know best. He's our best striker. Come in. What did he do? Done absolutely nothing. Didn't take his opportunity. Jen Tosun come on, half a chance goal. Now, I'm not saying Tosun deserves it. I'm just saying players have got to take the opportunities. Yerry Mina came in. Nearly do anything and ended up getting injured. And it looks like he's out the game. These players, I've got to start standing up and being counted now, all of them. And I'd expect changes tomorrow, I really would, for this game. I don't know whether he will. I think he'll have to make a change because I don't think Mina's going to be fit.
Yeah.
But I don't know where we go with these players, but a win is the minimum requirement. I'm not even bothered about the performance. A win is the minimum requirement now for me. To create 7 chances against a poor Championship side, which Millwall are, 7 chances, and they weren't even real chances, 7 of them. It's embarrassing.
For me, I think for me it comes down to the basics, about getting basics right. I think I said this in my post-match from Millwall, is that we've tried to go from 0 to 9, and we've missed all these steps in between. And I don't know how you can have 3 international centre backs who've all played at a decent level. You know, Mina in a World Cup, Zuma plays for France, Keane's played for England, and yet not one of them takes responsibility in situations when it's just a long punt. And that's not just that game. That was the Lincoln City game. That's numerous games this season. I honestly, if Phil Jagielka was fit, I'd put him in the team. I really would, because I just think there's no leader at the back anywhere in the entire back four who can organise and at least get them organised before you can see if a problem occurs, see where that problem is. I don't think we've got anyone on the pitch, and I think that's our biggest problem is we just can't do the basics. The way we move the ball around the pitch is horrendous. It's absolutely horrendous. You know, going back to Saturday, every time Gomez got the ball, he just turns around and goes backwards.
And he wasn't doing that, was he?
It's like, I know that's confidence, but we just don't have this. I've said this loads of times as well. We don't have this default setting where we can just play a limited game and get something out of it. And I think that's what you've got to go back to when you're not playing well, and that's what we haven't had the ability to do. It's like the manager said, like, this is the way we want to play, and that's the end of it, and that's fine if that's working or it's slowly picking up. But I think you've got to be able to go back. It's almost like Allardyce had a default setting that he played all the time, and it would get you a few results, and people didn't want him, rightly, because he doesn't have any other way to move on. And we've seen that last season. And anyone out there who's like, maybe you should have stuck with him, and would it be any better? It wouldn't be any better, because yes, he'd get you enough results to get you to maybe 7th, 8th, 9th, exactly where we are now, basically. But he wouldn't be able to take that on, because that's his default setting. But what we need right now is that default setting. And you've got to have a manager who can do both, and this is what Silva's going to have to learn this, or he's going to be out the door, as far as I'm concerned. If you can't just go into a game and go, right lads, this is going to be a tough one today, you've got to really, really stick this out. I think if someone like Pep Guardiola didn't have the best of the best in players, he might struggle with that a little bit. Well, because he has the cream of the crop, he can do that. Whereas someone like, let's say, Klopp, I think that's what Klopp does very well. He balances both. He can get his players digging in and working hard. When the time's right, he lets them go, and they're amazing. And I think Ferguson had that. I think any top manager who's won the league has had that. I think that's something Silva's got to get to the bottom of. If he doesn't find a way to just say to the players, right, knowing we need to, and you're right, it probably does come down to a centre forward as well. It's having that centre forward that sometimes you can just go, you know what, just get it into him. He'll hold on to it. And maybe that's one of the problems. We don't have that centre forward. So a lot of the time the ball is stuck in the middle of the park, and Gomez or Sigurdsson or whoever goes, what do we do with it? There was one in the Millwall game. It was the last second of the game, and Sigurdsson had the ball, and really he should have just pumped it in. But he's probably pumped it in that many times and seen nothing happen. That in his head, I know he should have. I'm not saying he should, but he's probably seen that a million times and gone, well, where's the big man off the bench, or where's the centre forward that you can rely on, or do you know what I mean?
Well, I think what I'd do at the moment is I'd just abandon his formation.
Well, yeah.
Because it's not working. No. Like, that's what he wants to play, and that's fine. Let's try to get more players in the summer that accommodate the way he wants to play. But it's not working at the minute. No. What we need now is we need to somehow, like you just said, grind out a couple of wins, see if that boosts anyone's confidence, and see if we can play. You know, we've got the City game now thrown into, so we've got 4 games in 11 days, 10 days now. So we could quite easily win 3 of those 4. I'm not saying we will, fucking hell, we can't see us winning 1 game at the minute, but quite easily on paper we could win. We've got Huddersfield who's struggling, Wolves at home, fancy us against anyone at home, and then Watford away after City. Now Watford will be a tough game, but they're only where we are, they're a win above us, so it's a tight game. But we need to be able to stay in all of those games and not give teams... It's great that we've reduced a lot of teams to having to rely on set pieces, but if you then can't defend a set piece, what's the point? So I think what I'd do is I'd make a choice if I was Silva. I'd say it's Gylfi or it's Gomez.
Yeah.
Quite simply, because the 2 of them aren't working near with Garner. It's not working as a midfield. It's not working. So pick one of them. And I think I'd actually put another centre forward. I'd say at the moment we're going with Dom and Tosin, or the Charleston and Tosin, whatever. I'd bring Bernard back in, and I'd just go. Let's have a go.
I haven't got me coaching. Well, I've got 1 coaching badge actually, but I can sit here hand on heart and say we haven't got a centre forward at the club who can play as a lone striker. We have not got one striker who can do that. Richarlison can't do it because he can't play back to goal.
Nope.
Cenk's not quick enough, and Dom's all-round game is nowhere near. He's not aggressive enough for a start.
That's the problem.
But just maybe 2 of them might just work together. 2 of them might just have enough.
See, what makes me laugh with the Cenk thing, and I've said it, I've gone, he's not quick enough. But then again, Everton don't play fast football, so it almost.
But I think
no, but it almost. I'm talking about. I've said it myself. Yeah. But it almost shoots my own argument down, because I watched this on Saturday. You could have literally wheeled Duncan off and put him up, but that's how slow we move the ball.
I think
forward.
The problem is that it's, and I don't blame the centre forwards because I just as much because I don't think they get any service. I think the problem with Cenk, if we're talking about pace, is it's not his pace to get away from defenders. It's his pace to cover the ground, because he's got all that front line to cover. And if he's on one side of the pitch and we're on the other,
I'd literally just go basic.
I think Cenk Tosin will start. Because I think the manager will look at it and go, well, he scored, and who else is doing?
And he scored there last year, don't forget, in the league. We won 2-0 there last year, and we went there last year a little bit of a stronger position, but I think, didn't we go there after we just lost to City and drew at Liverpool? I'm sure we did. And we went to Huddersfield and we weren't playing great, but they were better than they are this season.
Scrapping to
but
stay.
They were still scrapping, and you know, we got the first goal, which is always key. Cenk scores a good goal, and we took it on from there, and then Garner had a second, and we had a couple of little moments where we had to hang on. Nothing made yet, but if we're vulnerable at free kicks like we are and set pieces, then it everything else you do doesn't matter, because you if your players, Luca Dean, I love Luca Dean, love him, he's been brilliant all season, but I will never understand why you shove players in the back in front of a linesman with the lads running out.
Brain dead.
Just hold them up. So he does it once and we get punished. Like, and when he got that free kick, you knew it was ending up in our net. Alright, the lads punched it in, it shouldn't have stood, we know that. It's disgusting what the officials were at the weekend. You don't do it again.
No.
Halfway line, goes and does it again. The game's petering out. Just hold the lad up. Why are you giving him the opportunity to go down? And we do it, and it's that kind of thing. So if we do the same tomorrow, Huddersfield, these are all massive.
Yeah. We've seen it at Goodison. We've seen it at Goodison, a throw.
Yeah.
Throw, standing on his own in the box.
It was a corner.
Was it a corner?
On, yeah. It was a corner, flicked on, and goal, and that's it. One flick on his own. That's what happened at the weekend. And people moaned about zonal again, but I've put something on our Twitter this morning. Someone had kindly highlighted the players 4 against Luca Dean. It's not zonal, that.
Well, Jamie Carragher on Twitter said it doesn't matter, because he said everyone plays zonal off diagonal free kicks into the box. He said that's the only way you can play. He said everyone plays it. He said, but the top and bottom is. He said that's what you play. We could be here all day talking about zonal or whatever.
No, but I'm just saying.
No, I know.
People just want to go to
what
that.
I'm saying is that picture perfectly illustrates that it's not zonal. Because if it was zonal, everyone would be in the line, should be in zonal.
Yeah.
Jamie Carragher was saying it's nothing to do with zonal, because he said everybody plays zonal, and this is a fellow who watches all the footy, by the way, because it's his job. He said everyone plays zonal. It's aggression. It's the aggression to win the first ball.
4 of our players went for the one
Yeah.
ball. 4.
So that's not
It's
that's
to do
not
with
zonal.
Nothing to
That's
do
not
with
zonal. That's just
If
terrible.
you're talking about zonal, Luca Dean's the only one playing zonal because he's in where he should be. It's the second. Everton conceded 3 goals at the weekend off the second ball. 3 of them. 3 of them.
It's
one
aggression.
ball. First fella wins the header.
The first one from Saturday. We always lose the first ball. This is the problem, and that's why that many times we've seen things bounce off the post and no one reacting. It's aggression. It's defenders wanting to win the ball.
Anticipation, mate, is what it is.
It's wanting to win it. It's actually just going, I'm winning this all day.
Kevin Ratcliffe said Everton in the 80s with Kendall played zonal. Didn't play man to man. Played zonal. He said, and we knew that where we had to be. He said, but the players still had to take responsibility, and we don't. We just go, oh, there's the set.
Yeah.
Look, go back. Someone's put a thing up. Actually, I don't know whether you've seen it. I've like favoured it on ours.
Oh, the video
of the goals,
Yeah.
starting with Pickford letting them in. It's like the Keystone. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
The amount of goals that hit a post come back and they're not.
I thought the best one was Pino tweeting, saying about. Have you seen that
The
tweet?
dong you sent me. I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, it would be saying Monday morning
Yeah.
we were in. He said we didn't like it. He said, but it didn't happen again.
No.
And this is something you always said about Moyes.
Yeah.
Said it loads of times. If you wouldn't happen again.
You see that bad goal.
Weird ex-players
You
talk about it on the radio and TV all the time from like the 70s, 80s and 90s. If you give a goal up, a bad goal up from a set piece, then you worked on it, and whether you liked it, you worked on it, and you were sick of it, but you worked on it. And I just don't think that happens anymore. No. I just don't think. And we had this under Martinez. It was a massive criticism under Martinez was, oh, we don't need to worry about free kicks, don't you? And I honestly thought it would improve under Silva. I had heard that his set pieces were better at both ends. My God, it's worse. It's worse.
It started really well. The first few games, I thought we looked a threat. Now
it's horrendous.
It's like default.
It's horrendous, mate.
When we get a corner,
and these are the problems. These are the things that make me worried about when I know people time and all the rest of it, and you can't do this and you can't do that, but I'm still allowed to be worried, and these are the things that make me worried. It's attention to detail. It's attention to not being prepared to do the hard work, whether it be players, manager, coaching staff, to go, that's not happening again.
Marco Silva, though, has said after the game at the weekend, because he was questioned and quite bloody rightly so, he said, we've worked all week defending corners, free kicks, all week, and he's done it all week. But then when you cross that white line, and we've seen, listen, he's as much to blame as anyone at the moment, because he's picking the same players and they're letting him down. So he has to take responsibility, right? But everything you hear off everyone is his attention to detail berserk, right? I would say those players.
Well, then you've got to do something about it. You've got to change it.
Yeah.
You've got to go 3 at the back. We did that. We said this last week. We went to Burnley. We knew what we were going. We knew what we were up against. We knew they were going to put. And we put 3 at the back, and we said we're going to deal with everything today. And we did pretty much deal. Okay, we conceded from a corner, but we dealt with a lot.
Right, we scored 5.
We dealt with everything that day, and I'm just now. So I know we won't be able to do it because we haven't got the players, but surely you've just got to say what's best for the side, what's going to give this side a chance to win games of football, and that's. I haven't got it right now, but I would love somebody to come out and give me the figures of where we would be in the league if you could cut out. I know. Listen,
we've conceded 14 goals from corners, from set pieces this season.
And so,
it's the most in the league.
And I can't remember any of them being like really, really good. Do you know what I mean? Like you turn around and go, "Oh, that's well done."
The only one I would say, just off the top of my head, that was really difficult to defend, but
Theo Walcott should have done better.
Was the Brighton one, which Walcott should have done better. But what I mean is, it was a different.
It was
a different thing. But
a
lot of other goals.
But that we're sitting here now and we're nervous about going to Huddersfield because we know that all weekend training their new manager will have looked at. Millwall will have looked at it. You heard the people in the studio. I think it was Dion Dublin saying, "Well, we all know Everton are terrible on set pieces." That's the problem. It's common knowledge now. People will go, well, "How'd you beat Everton?" Well. We don't even have to get up. We just don't have to get out of bed. We just send some lads down there to do a few corners, and that's the problem. But like we were saying before, If you're giving away stupid free kicks all the time, like we seem to do, because we've got brain dead players.
We conceded one corner on Saturday, which was really good.
Yeah.
But we give 3 cheap free kicks away, and we concede from them. So, I mean, we'll do the other stuff, the referee and all that. But what we have to do is we have to go there tomorrow. The season, as far as I'm concerned, is done. 7th is up for grabs. Looking at the FA Cup now, you would have to back heavily Man City, Man United or Chelsea, but one of them, they could draw each other, which will probably happen. And hope that one of those 3 wins it, and then that drops to 7th, and then we could chase maybe a Europa League place. But that's all we've got going for us now. We've got 15 games left, and it's about showing the fans, first and foremost, that they've got the stomach for a fight.
For me, the rest of the season now is the manager's audition to prove that he can be here next season.
This manager's not going anywhere.
I'm not asked.
So
I'm not asked. I don't want to know that. No one should ever say that.
But he's not.
But the point is, no one's got the right to say that. I want him to prove that he's not going anywhere.
I'm just saying.
I want him to prove to me for the rest of the season that he's setting us up for next season. And the only way we'll see that is players actually reacting to what he does on the pitch through coaching.
The club have got to respond. The club have got 48 hours now, 72 hours to do whatever they have to do to bring in any.
I know.
They're saying they're not going to.
But
that to me is. I know the hands are tied with certain things, but if that's the case, have some hard conversations with people. And just say, listen, you're gone. Because they need it.
That's fair enough, but that's not.
They need
that doesn't necessarily help you defend basic set pieces.
No, of course.
I honestly believe, right? I honestly believe, genuine believe, right, that I could have gone and picked 3 players from League One teams on Saturday, put them in the same position our players were, and they would have dealt with. They would have dealt with those free kicks because they work on those things all day.
They once Millwall will have worked. Well, they did because they didn't offer anything else. And Neil Harris has said we worked on set pieces because that's all they had. They knew that was the only way they could cause us problems.
You knew that because the last one, well, a couple of them, they were in swingers. They were not out swingers. So they were in swingers because they won't go that way. They won't be able to do it.
And Everton caused their own problems.
And if we do that against Huddersfield, and we don't deal with it.
The frustrating thing is now Mina's going to be out, so when we can't play 3 at the back tomorrow, when we probably should have done. So we're going to have to rely on Seamus Coleman running up and down, which he can't do anymore. We're going to have 2 centre back. It's going to be Keane and Zuma. Now, okay, they've played in some of our best performances, but they've also played in games where like Spurs, where we've destroyed. What we have to do is stop giving cheap goals away. That's the first thing. Right? First, take responsibility. Go and win the first ball. Go and win it. Well, if it's coming in, because they're going to get a corner, aren't they? Of course they are. Or a free kick. They're going to get it in the game. Go and win the first ball. Be aggressive enough. Go through whoever's in your way. Get rid of it. Almost if you're stood in the box, pick a man up.
What I would do, I look at other clubs who do it really well, and I just think to myself, okay, you play zone or whatever, but do you have one player that says straight away, no matter what the free kick is or corners or whatever, I'm not in a zone because I'm going to get the ball. So you all stay in the zones and I'm going to get the ball. And I wonder, because it's funny, you look at other teams and it's always that one player who goes and wins it, and I just wonder whether that's something that Everton need to look at, where they say to whoever's playing me, I say, you're not marking anyone. You're just here to get the ball, and everyone else is covered.
It depends on the flight of the ball, though, doesn't it? If you're prepared,
what I mean is that
and it goes long.
If it goes in a zone and everyone else is in their zones, and there's at least one of our players, if not 2, attacking that ball, then you've got a better chance. Someone has taken responsibility rather than looking like you said, like the bleeding Keystone Cops, where it's players just all over the place.
I want to know why on 2 occasions for the second and third goal, 4 of our players went for the ball. Why they had, because the second and third goal, it's 4 against Jordan Pickford, or like Dean's in there 1. Because
the opposition probably are told,
playing for second balls,
just stay where you are. It's almost like they're playing zonal, so they're playing zonal attacking, and it's just like, You stay where you
Stay
are.
on the edge, yeah.
No one attack the ball.
Mm.
One person attack when it comes in the box, and everyone just stay with it, because all the Everton players are like breeding flies attracted to our
probably
light.
terrified as well, because they know they're not confident they can deal with it. So more people might be going, I'm having it, instead of going, well, that's Kurt Zouma's, or that's Michael Keane's 6'5", or whatever he is, 6'4". He should be the one dealing with that. He should be going, this is mine, right through, fucking smash the person in front of you, go and win it with aggression, so that he knows, that big centre back knows our big centre back's going to go through him. But they had the aggression. That was the problem.
No, I know.
And unless we show aggression in terms of winning the ball, and for me, there's not enough people in our team that it matters to keep a clean sheet. Yeah. It's almost like, we'll score in a minute. It's like, you should be punching the floor when you can see the goal. Pickford should be kicking the post, grabbing people by the throat, kicking off at people when you're letting goals in. He just seems to go, it's gone in.
He's used to it.
But that's not good,
He's had 3 years of Sunderland and Everton.
That's not good though, is it? As a goalkeeper, that's not good. Because your keeper should be devastated every time he lets a goal in. Your centre-back should be devastated. They're all good players playing way below their level, and that isn't good enough. And so the manager then needs to look and go, this is where I blame Silva, is that he needs to look around that team and go, right, you're not offering anything, you're out the side, you're not offering. Because you know what? Tom Davis might be a better bet than Gomez at the moment. Gomez is by far a better player, of course. You're not saying he would be, but he might be, so put him in. James McCarthy might be a better bet than Gomez, put him in to go, we're having a bit of steel here, Huddersfield away. We're going to have to fight and get committed, so James McCarthy go and do an hour for me.
If we don't get 3 points, then if Saturday felt bad, then... Because at the end of the day, we're still only 3 points off
one win off seventh
place. And that could come Tuesday night, if other results go our way. So, you're looking... If you go into the Wolves game and you're coming off the back of a victory and you're looking at the league, things look a little bit different. They look a bit rosier. That's what we've missed in the last few weeks, is that win, that couple of back-to-backs that pushes from the bottom half to actually like around 7th and 8th, and then you're like, well, things are not that bad.
If we'd have won on Saturday, we'd have won 3 out the last 4 games. Now wouldn't feel like that, because we've stuttered through those games, but that would have been a fact. People would have gone, well, they've won 3 of the last 4 going into this. Me being the negative Evertonian would go, we probably wouldn't win 3 games in a week though, because I don't feel confident with this team. Even though I look at them, and in November I was thinking, God, we look like a proper side now. All of a sudden, we're slow and ponderous again. Now there will be an element of that will be confidence, but
that's where
you've got to grind yourself to get the confidence.
That's where that default setting comes from. Yeah. That's where you've just got to be able to go. Knuckle down. Don't lose set pieces, and we'll
get the first goal. Yeah. Take care with the ball. Before we finish, the other thing that wound me up on Saturday: pitch is like a Sunday league pitch, piss wet through. Richarlison shoots from 30 yards, 25 yards. It skids off the turf, goes past the goalie who doesn't look like he's confident. He didn't do it again. We should have been having 30 shots in those conditions, but no, pass. Just pathetic, and it needs the players as well as the manager. The players have to take responsibility for that and go, I don't care what he's saying. Don't give a shit.
It's shite. Get 3 points.
But it can get better.
Get 3 points or get off. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying everyone. Not everyone. Not saying one person in particular. Not that Portuguese fella. Just saying everybody. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you know the name of our assistant manager? No, exactly. Nobody knows. Have you ever known an Everton team where you didn't know, didn't know the coaches' names or the assistant?
He shouldn't.
I used to know everybody's name. I don't even know what assistant manager is. He could walk in now and I'd ask him for a panini.
I'd recognise what he looked like, but I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't know his name.
I don't know if I would.
Oh, I do. I know.
That's the relationship I have with this club at the moment.
But that's good, isn't it? Because you've got a football channel.
No, I know. I'm just saying that I'm just like, I'm waiting for the next one.
But Ango, can we just address this? Because for these people who are calling for him to... So say we sack Mark, say we lose tomorrow 2-1, right? And Mashiri goes, I've had enough now. And he sack him. And then we get another manager in. I mean, I don't know who you'd get. But he comes in and then he goes, you know what? Richarlison's shite. Pickford's shite. you get to the summer, you have to get rid of them and bring another load in. How long will the next fella get? He's only had 6 months, so the next fella get 3. So by October we sack him.
Don't care.
But then you become Sunderland.
Yeah, but Sunderland already. You don't know what you've done, but already Sunderland. It's because it's stripy kid.
We're not as exciting as Sunderland. At least they had to fight to stay up.
We're on a Netflix show anyway, have we?
No, exactly.
Got plenty of Jack Rodwells. Just
scored at the weekend.
Did he?
Centre back for Blackburn scored it.
Maybe there you go. It's found this true position. Everyone said when he was 16.
Knew, but Moisey didn't.
There you have it. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Huddersfield away, 3 points or nout.
Unless we draw, then it'd be 1.
Yeah, that's a fair point. See you later.